Now I'm going to show you a little bit of interaction. I want you to focus on this part because this is how we can keep a dialogue, yeah, uh, between the sprites. Yeah, this is what we call broadcasting. Yes, we broadcast when something happened. We broadcast. We tell all the sprites what happened, and if any of those sprites are listening to that broadcast, what is broadcast? Imagine that there is BBC. BBC is the British Broadcast Company. Yes, so broadcasting is like a radio. So it's just transmitting information, and if you synchronize with your radio that frequency, you can listen to the news, music, or whatever. So in here is the same principle. You are sending a message, and if there are any sprite listening to the message, it will do something. It will react. Something will get triggered. So let's have a look at this one. We are still back with the potatoes. The potato field. Let me see. And in here we have our player that is just being asked. Actually, I'm gonna put the wrong ones so you can see what happens if I do that. The answer is 32. And if I go here, I touch, then the answer is no. Actually, you got it wrong. What happens if I do that? If I do this, what's going on? All of it wrong. Now I'm gonna stop in here because on this one, the last one, when I click on this, it will broadcast a message. In this case, the message is Paco. So I will say Paco. Yeah. So is anyone listening to that message? Well, let's have a look at Paco. Paco says, when I receive, the message called Paco, then do this. Yeah. So let's see what happens. I go here. What is 34? No, the answer is 36. And then I'm broadcasting something. So I'm Paco. So all the things in here are happening. I'm confused. Are you always confused? No, only when the teachers ask me a question and don't listening to them, and that's why I'm lost. Yeah, and then it will broadcast this Paco 4. So who's listening to Paco 4? Let me have a look in here. Is anyone listening to Paco 4? Nope, nobody is listening to that. So this is the only one listening to that is the player is listening to Paco. As soon as the last potato broadcasts that, this will be listening to the same message and this will be triggered, and the player will be also listening to that and this will be triggered. As soon as he asks a question, it will trigger this other broadcast, Paco 1. So in here we have Paco 1. So notice that in here she's asking, who are you? Paco 1. And in here she will say, when I receive that, say, I'm Paco, wait, and I am very confused. And he will say, broadcast now message Paco 2. So let's have a look in here. Yes, I'm listening to that message. As soon as it is broadcast, say, are you always confused? Wait, and then display, so transmit, broadcast, message, Paco 3, and in here you will have listening to Paco 3. And I stop in there. You can have that kind of dialogue. It's a role play game that you can as well do. So you can have your own sprites and you can start broadcasting messages between each other. This is much better than you putting a message, waiting a time, and the other one, because it's all that, synchronizing that is it's a bit of a nightmare. This is how you do it. And this is as well, you will learn a concept in here, which is as well, it is a difficult concept, which is a difference between a local and a global variable. And again, this is something that at GCSE level, you will still have to, to show your knowledge on this topic. The difference between a local variable and a global variable. And broadcasting is kind of that idea as well. So that's your second task. And last task, I want you to come up with your own history there, that you have 2, 3, 4, or 5, whatever, sprites talking to each other, yes, using broadcast. So how you do that? So let me see in here, yeah, to have the broadcast in here, receive, and you can create your own ones as well. Imagine broadcast, you can click in here and you can create your new one. Yeah, here I create lots of them. So let me just show you. The next one I created here for the cow, because the cow also, talks to the player. So let's have a look in here. We haven't finished this yet. I'm gonna move, I'm gonna attach Paco, and Paco will say something. My mates, okay, so in here, I don't know if it okay, I'll have a look at the message, because this is going too fast. Do you know the name? Yes, that's Tamba, yeah, Tamba Park. Return 20 points for that. That will be increased to the score. And in here, you are beautiful. Why is that happening? Is because the message cow1, has been broadcast. Now, that's the interaction I'm having with the cow. So as soon as I have that finished, I'll show you that. So in here, Paco, at the end, yeah, it broadcasts cow. The cow is listening to the message, yeah? And as soon as it gets that message, this will be triggered. Notice that this part is not triggered because it's not touching the player yet. So in here, what happened to that? Well, I'm listening as well to the message. The player is listening to the same message. Notice that more than one sprite can react to that message as soon as it gets broadcasted. Yeah. So listen to that, and I put that on, display that text, wait for 4 seconds, and then I say broadcast 1. So who's listening to that? I'm listening to that, the cow is listening to that, and she will say the following, and she will broadcast now cow 2. So in here, you go cow 2, and then you will say this. And then as an answer, you'll say cow 3, and cow 3 will say that. Yeah, it's part of the joke. So this is simple. Do not get, oh my god, this is not, yes, think about what one person said, what the other person say. And over here is this is as simple as you create new messages, and that's how you communicate with each other. Yeah. So it's 2 tasks for you. 1, create a quiz using the input box, the if statements, yeah, forever. And this one is to create a dialogue, yeah, between 2 or more sprites. Hopefully this is clear. Come back to this, come back to the videos, and hopefully you enjoy this, because you're going to have plenty of this, create these games and more advanced using Python later on. And I'm going to show you this example. I was thinking as well, you may be wondering what that Python is about. Well, Python is just similar to this, yeah. So imagine that instead of you creating a variable, like imagine in here, I put in age equal, so in here, in the case of Scratch, what we're doing is this. Let me see if I have a better example here. Yeah. And I go back in here. So this is an example of this. So in here, as you say ask, in Python we say input. Yeah. Now here name is the same thing as answer. The only difference is one I call name, another one I call answer. But that you can change the name as long as it is a meaningful, that tells me something about the content of that variable. Don't call that, I don't know, lobster, because then I get confused. I will think that will contain the name of a lobster. Yeah, right. So this is it. Welcome to an exciting year at the Quennevais School. I'm sure you're going to enjoy computing. We're going to have loads of fun. So can't wait to see you in September or whenever that comes. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.